Hello. So today I wanted to come on here and do a little bit of a different thing than what I usually do. I'm a big reader. I posted a few TikToks about it. Not really. I wanted to kind of come on here today and share what I've been reading recently and books that I would recommend, and also books that I probably maybe wouldn't recommend. Let's get started. So the first one that I'm gonna recommend actually is, okay, I feel so fucking stupid. Monstrilio? I don't know. This is a really good book if you're into like horror and like books that are kind of fucked up. It's basically about this grieving mother who, after her son dies, keeps like a piece of him and makes it into like a new being. And it's about the creation of him and his life, I guess. It's really good and sad and funny and scary. Like it's everything mixed in a one. I think I gave this one 5 stars on Goodreads. Speaking of, if you want to follow my Goodreads, I don't know what it is actually. Wait, hold on. My phone case is fucked up, so I'm sorry. Okay, so my Goodreads is just abbyfontz. I think it's the same, so. Okay, next I'm gonna share one that I read recently. This one is My Last Innocent Year. This one is about this girl that's in college and she has like kind of a relationship with one of her professors. She's just kind of like navigating life, I guess. This one I was conflicted on at first because it was kind of a slow read at some parts, but the overall story and like a lot of the things that the author talked about in here were really like relatable. I ended up really liking it. I think I gave that one 5 stars. Now I'm about to be a bitch because I'm gonna share one that I wouldn't recommend probably. The House in the Pines by Anna Rise. I saw this one at Target and I was like, looks kind of good. I love a good mystery thriller type, so I was like, you know what, let's give this one a shot. And it's basically about this girl who, her best friend when she was younger died in a really mysterious way, and the man that she thinks is responsible like does it again to another girl, or does, you know, it, whatever. She like goes back to her hometown to try to figure everything out. The way that this was written, I just thought it was kind of slow. A few of the parts were really like confusing if it was a flashback or if it was like present day. Like sometimes I felt like I was getting confused, and I think the ending was really disappointing. One that I would recommend, Ripe by Sarah Rose Etter. I read the Book of X last year and I really liked it, and this is one of her other books. I really liked the cover. Okay, my toxic trait is that I will judge a book by its cover. If the cover is ugly, I'm probably not gonna buy it, let alone read it. When I was reading through, I was like, I don't know if I really like this, but after like finishing it, I decided that I like it. The way that she writes just like draws you into whatever she's saying. I don't even know how to explain this book. And it's like about her dealing with depression and feeling different things. I don't really know how to explain it. It's just about her life and her work and her inner feelings and thoughts towards like people around her. I just really enjoyed it as a whole. This was my first book that I read from Riley Sager, and I want to read more of his books because I've heard a lot of good things about them. This one I was conflicted about for a little bit. I ended up liking it, I think. I think I gave it 4 stars. I'm not sure. It's basically about this girl whose, you know, husband passes away and she goes to stay at her family's lake house, and then she meets this woman who's married to this famous guy, and then weird things start happening, and then she goes missing, and it's just whole big thing. It's really interesting, like it definitely draws you in, and I liked the plot and the storyline. Yeah, the ending I just felt was kind of like a different route than I thought it was gonna take. Like it was definitely a twist, but it wasn't, I don't know, it was interesting. But I would recommend checking it out, reading it. However, one thriller that I did not like, well, okay, so this book, I really liked it in the start. I liked how it started off. I liked the plot line, but then as it started to get towards the end, I just thought that it was kind of dumb. I'm not gonna reveal too much about the ending because if you want to read it, it's basically about this girl who gets an Airbnb in this random ranch in Wyoming, and she's staying with the owner, that's this man, and they have like a little bit of a romance, I think, but then she starts noticing how like things are weird. The entire book I really liked, and then the ending was just kind of disappointing. I think I gave this one 4 stars. This book, it's basically this like coming of age story about these girls in Russia and their life together as like best friends growing up, and then like her returning to her parents later on in life. I actually really liked this book. I don't know what I rated it. It was a little slow at some parts, but I thought that it was really like well written and captured girlhood really well. But I like this one and I would recommend this one. There's more. So I guess I can review the one that I just finished reading today. Bright Young Women. Really liked this book when it started. Like I started off and I was like, damn, this shit's kind of good. Like, and then like halfway through, maybe even a little earlier than halfway, it just started feeling really like slow. When I finished it, I just felt kind of like unfulfilled. I just felt that it had great potential. I really loved the storyline, but it got really slow. It's basically about this murder that takes place in a sorority in the 70s in Florida, and this girl that survived, and then she tries to like get him arrested, and she goes through all the thing, and then there's flashbacks of this girl that was a previous victim of his. I think I wish that it showed more of like the, not crime, but like I wish it did more following what happened and like trying to find him. I feel like that kind of went over really fast and everything else was just like filler, it felt like. Next, this is a book that I read last summer. It's called Groupies by Sarah Priscus. I read this one because someone recommended it on TikTok actually, because I had just finished Daisy Jones and the Six, and I was like, I need a book to fill the void that left in me. So what's one that's similar? And I found this one. It's hard to explain the plot of this because I feel like it's just one of those coming of age books where not too much happens, but it's still entertaining. It's 1977 and Fawn Novak is in love with rock and roll. She becomes friends with this band. Her life kind of starts to like fall apart after being friends with them. She realizes it's not all as glamorous as she thought it'd be. I really liked this one. It's like a nice easy summer read if you're looking for that. Here's a book that I am conflicted about. Night Bitch. The cover drew me in, obviously. I've been wanting to read this one for a really long time and I finally got around to doing it. It's like this mother that thinks she's turning into a dog. No one around her believes her and she kind of feels like she doesn't fit in with the people around her. There's a movie or a show, I think it's a movie, coming out with Amy Adams soon. I'm excited to watch that when it comes out. I liked the plotline and it was unique and everything. I just feel like it kind of left me a little unfulfilled. It felt like not that much happened. Yeah. Night Bitch. Beach. Another book that I recommend is Mary Jane. This one was another one that I was like, need to fill the Daisy Jones void. I actually really liked this one. I think I gave it 5 stars. It was just like fun and like, I don't know. It's like a coming of age story about this girl in the 70s and she becomes friends with these older people that were musicians. Her parents don't really like them because they think that they're a bad influence. But this one is basically like her discovering a new world that she's not used to. I would recommend this one also if you're looking for another easy summer read. It's a pretty easy read. Cleopatra and Frankenstein was one that I bought because I liked the cover. I liked it, like I liked the writing, but I was kind of disappointed by it a little bit because I felt that it was really slow at some points. Again, like the writing is really good. It's all there. Sometimes I felt like the plot was just all over the place and it was just a little slow for my liking. So one that I read that I actually really liked was The Girls by Emma Cline. This book is basically about this girl who joins this new group of girls that she meets and they start to do some pretty crazy shit. It's basically about the Manson murders and it's about, you know, Saddle Ranch, but it's not Saddle Ranch. It's like not that, but almost exactly that. But I really like this book. I think I gave it 4 stars. That's gonna be all that I'm sharing today. I feel like I gave you guys plenty of recommendations. I'm gonna hop out, but maybe I'll see you guys soon. I just wanted to come on here and share with the world, so Okay. Goodbye, everyone. See you soon. I don't know, maybe.